Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn the importance of the commands ping, nslookup, and traceroute. These commands are really useful when it comes to troubleshooting networks. A ping command, nslookup, and traceroute, all of these three commands use ICMP protocol to reach their destination. In this lab, I'm going to download a network scanner to demonstrate some key concepts that you need to understand in order to troubleshoot a network successfully. You can download any network scanner. I'm going to use this one, Advanced IP Scanner. It's free. For the sake of this lab, it's going to resolve and answer a lot of questions. In the meantime, I'm going to invoke the command line interface here. I'm going to increase the size of the letters so you can have a better experience viewing the content. First, I'm going to change the color of the terminal so you can have an idea of the configuration settings. In the meantime, I'm going to invoke the command ipconfig so you can see the settings of my local area network. So right now, let's pay attention to this adapter. This is the wireless LAN adapter that I have by default on my computer. As you can see, my DHCP server is providing these settings. How can I know that my DHCP server is providing these settings? You can either find this in two ways. The first one is typing the command ipconfig/old. So you will see some important settings here. The first one is the wireless LAN adapter. As you can see here, my local DHCP server is this one, 10.1, and also here it says DHCP enable, it says yes. Another option to see if my DHCP server is enabled on this adapter is by invoking the command ncpa.cpl. This is a shortcut for the network adapters. You click here, and then it's going to open the menu that has all the network cards. So right now I have this one. Let me increase the size so you have a better view too. So right now I have this Wi-Fi. I'm going to make a right click and then I hit properties. And here I'm going to go to IP version 4. And indeed, you see it says obtain an automatic IP address and DNS settings. So my client just download. I'm going to execute it to install it. I'm gonna leave all the options by default. Click OK. You can either install it or run it. For the sake of this lab, I'm just going to run the application. Accept and run. Okay, so my network scanner is running. By default, it picked this address, this subnet. This is not the one that I'm connected to. As you saw before, in the command line, I have a different subnet ID. I have the 172.20.10. So I'm going to use exactly the same sequence for my scan. I copy the first three subnets. I copy these settings here. The next one is the 0/24. I don't think this mask is a 24. I think it's another number. Let's find out. Let's go to Google and search for subnetting chip subnetting. And then here, we're going to find this beautiful table that I enjoyed reading. So you saw that my mask is a 240 address. That means that my main network, my main subnet, 172.16.00, IP address I'm subnetting is a very complex topic that we are not going to discuss in this course, but just for you to have an idea of this concept, a slash for a mask of 240, 255, 255, 255, 240 is a slash 28, meaning that they use 16 usable hosts to convert this subnet. So computers understand zeros and ones, and they have some algorithm used to convert this information into documents and files. So I'm gonna type this slash here is 28, right? And then I'm gonna hit start. So in the background, what this scanner is doing is it's sending ICMP packages in my LAN in order to find devices that are alive in my network. So it found a couple of items. I'm going to wait until the scanner is completed.